down 3 people you love. All right, I know you came to listen, not do a lot of writing. I apologize, but I really need this. I really need this. I really need this. I really need this. I need you to write down 3 people you love next to those goals. 3 people you love. Just 3 people. Right? Give me the name. Write the names down. I don't put son, mama, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, right? Write their names down. Now this is what I need you to think about. What I need you to think about is how this goal or these goals will revolutionize their lives. Like, I really want you to think about, okay, you can do this later. When you get home, you can do this later. But I want you to write down for each one of them, give me 3 ways. Please do this when you get home. If you really love them, like you say you love them, when you get home, I need you to write their names down. And I need you to write down when you get to this place, when you finally make this thing happen, how is it going to empower them? How is it going to change their life? And all I can think about is, wow, if I get this PhD, like I can just like change the zeros. I just remember thinking like there were doors that were closed to me in the United States of America, right? Because of the nationality that I come from or the part of town that I come from. And I specifically remember people. Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. So good to see everybody fired up. Hold on, let me go ahead and get situated over here. Love it. Cedric in the building, Shane and Talina, JoJo. How is everybody feeling coming into today? It is a beautiful Wednesday. The sun is shining. I'm freaking sweating like crazy already, and I love it. Get a little outside sauna without having to go in and walk into the gym. Mike, it's good to see you, brother. Love it. So, fam, as always, another great day to go ahead and get 1% better than yesterday. And today's topic is going to be a good one. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that might be stealing your confidence or maybe somebody else that you know, and we can go ahead and help them out with these 5 keys. So with no further ado, fam, let me go ahead and get live on IG. What's everybody grateful for? What are some good vibrations to go ahead and drop down into the chat? And let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. Today's going to be super short and sweet because we've actually got a mansion that we've just booked for the squad over here in the area so people can come down, experience what it is that we have to offer, and get some of these wealth hacks that they don't teach in school. So I'm fired up. We've got a lot of amazing things here and on the way. So today is going to be the 5 things that might be stealing your confidence. Your confidence. Let's go. Fam, I'm freaking dripping right now. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's coming off my nose. It's getting serious out here. All right, IG. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's good to see everybody. So grateful for each of you. Grateful to be alive. Grateful to be on here with the fam. Grateful for God. Grateful for the opportunity. Grateful for the positioning. Grateful for each and every one of us coming collectively. It's pretty rare, right? You don't see it very often nowadays. People that are coming collectively as a community to grow, elevate, sharpen each other's swords. So I never take this for granted. I'm truly blessed to be running along with each of you every day. So here we go. Let's get into it. The 5 things that might be holding really anybody back that feels stagnant, that might feel lazy, that might feel stuck. So here we go. First and foremost, this is actually something that the man John C. Maxwell gets into as well. Okay, number 1 is going to be self-obsession, he says, is self-destruction. Right? So he talks about too many people have so much focus on just themselves. And here's the deal. Jim Rohn leads to it every day. Service to many leads to what? Leads to greatness. You know, Bob Proctor always said it too. He said, if you only think about me, well, you'll only ever make enough for me. But he said, when you think about other people, when you think about being of service, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything that we want. So that's crucial. So number 1 is to really get serious about service. Every single day in my journal, fam, this is literally what I've written for the past 700 plus days. Every single day that I wake up, that's the first thing that I write. Thank you, God, for waking me up today because I get to be of service. For the past literally 700 and plus days, that's the first thing that I write every single morning. Every morning. I don't miss. Thank you, God, for waking me up today because I get to be of service.
You see, I'm that serious about it because I understand that. Okay. So he said the moment that we switch the focus from us, from just us to others, is the moment that we start to begin to take the lid off. Because family, I'd be lying to you if I told you at the beginning it wasn't about money, right? Had to pay bills. I was living out of my car. I was freaking showering in LA Fitness. So yes, I had to pay bills. Yes, I had to pay my money. But as I started to grow, I started to see that it's bigger than just you and I. So that's number one. Number two is going to be the self-talk. Okay. Self-talk is probably one of the most crucial pieces of this entire journey because there's going to be times that we fail. There's going to be people that don't believe in us. There's going to be things that we try that don't work out exactly how we see it the first time, right? Maybe your first event, maybe our first trade, maybe our first product in our store. They don't always pop off right at the beginning. But here's something that I did notice. As we grow, as we get more experience, as we get more knowledge, along with that comes more confidence. And with more confidence comes better self-talk. So one of the biggest things that I did at the beginning to go ahead and raise my self-talk was just become immersed in the skill sets, immersed in the community, always around the conversations, always hearing others' thoughts, seeing some people's morning rituals and morning routines. And I started to adopt them and make them my own. And I started to see the self-talk started to change. I went from somebody waking up in the morning, checking my phone immediately, thinking a whole bunch of negative self-talk, to now waking up to get straight into the visualization, straight into reading, straight into the journal. And all of this directly has to do with the self-talk that we're giving each other every single day. Number three is going to be comparison is the thief of all joy. So I don't care what industry, what skill set we're looking at, the moment that we compare our chapter to somebody else's is the moment that we start end up wasting a lot of time. You can't compare somebody's chapter 3 to somebody else who's been in the business for years. So if you might not be seeing the success that you've been looking for yet, take a sit down and ask yourself, how long have I actually been learning this? How long have I really been involved? Some of you might have only been involved for 3 months, 6 months. Others have been involved for years that have been personally developing and rewiring. So understand that great things take time, right? Great things take time. You've never seen somebody plant a seed and then see the fruit come up the next day. It takes nurturing it. It takes getting the sun. It takes tending to it to go and allow it to blossom. Okay, so that's going to be number 3, comparing it. No need to compare. I can tell you right now, every single one of us in 1 year, we are all going to be in a completely different spot than right here, right now, putting our head down and locking in. I know that without a doubt, right? Number 4, I got 2 more for you. Stick with me. 4 is going to be perspective. Sean says it every day. When we change the way we see things, will change. And sometimes we're just looking at things the wrong way. We're so focused looking at all the problems, everything that's going wrong, everybody that might not be able to see what we see, that we're blocking all of the blessings that are actually sitting right here in front of us all along. Think about it. We've asked for some of the things that we have now. Some of you have asked for your dream car, your dream house to be able to move. It might not even be to that level yet, but I can guarantee you, every one of us, we're sitting in some of the things that we prayed for. And that's just the beginning, I'm telling you. So it all comes down to perspective. There's always a solution in every single problem, no matter what's happening. And the last but not least that John C. Maxwell talks about is be around other frequencies that match ours. Think about it. Think about just this past week. Let's think about this past month of July. If you were just to go ahead and look at the time that we've been able to spend, how much of that time was spent with others at an elevated higher frequency? Or are we spending time with coworkers, maybe friends, maybe those that are gossiping about misery? That's why they say misery loves company. It's easy to go ahead and get around pretty quick. So that was something I had to assess years ago. Take an inventory of how am I spending my time? We did a training the other day about spending time. Every time we're spending time, believe it or not, we're taking away from what's coming in the future. Because time spent on one thing, remember this, is time spent from another thing. So all the time that could be spent scrolling, that could be spent with those that don't see the vision, that could be spent dilly-dallying, that time spent on our goals, compounding, growing every day is absolutely night and day. It's two completely different results. But it just came down to the intention that we're using every day, the action that we're taking, and being aware of who we're associating with. So to go ahead and wrap off for today, fam, here's the 5 things that might be stealing anybody's confidence that we might know. Number 1, self-obsession is self-destruction, right? It's important to love ourselves. It's important to care about ourselves. But if we're only thinking about us, we'll only ever make enough for us. And number 2 is going to be the self-talk, right? What is the self-talk we're talking about every single day? Number 3, comparison is the thief to all joy. Number 4, perspective. Change the way we see things, the way we see things change. And number 5 is going to be let's get around frequencies and vibrations that match ours. I noticed it years ago. When I started getting around millionaire mentors, I started getting the books they read. I started listening to their audios, started going to events, started changing my entire morning rituals. And all of it came just from getting around those different types of frequencies. So, fam, that is exactly what is going to be going down today. If you guys are in Southwest Florida, if you know anybody who's over here in Florida in the area, we are having a huge mansion event over here in the area. So if you know anybody, feel free to go ahead and send them through because we are giving the wealth hacks to the masses. So, fam, with that being said, if nobody told you today, let me be the first to tell you I'm proud of you. I see the growth. I see each of you at a completely different level 1 year from now, and being able to look back and say, yo, these were the times that we set up our future selves for what is to come. I love you, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. I will see you soon, fam. Stay tuned. We've got a lot of amazing announcements coming. And also, there's a huge announcement coming August 1st that is going to disrupt the entire company. So with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. And let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's get to work.